If I have f of x, absolute value that greater than a, I can write that in two problems. One of them, it says f of x is less than negative a, or f of x is greater than a. If I have less than, I can write that f of x is less than a, come back here, negative a. So this is the two rules I'm going to be using. If it's greater than, I'll use that. If it's less than, I'll use rule number 2, this one.
Ray, can you repeat what you just said?
If the problem says some absolute value is greater than a number, greater than, then I'm going to break it down to this. If it says the absolute value of something is less than a number, I'll use that one. An example, I have this one. Is that 1 or 2? Do we have greater than or less than? Less than, so it's 2. I should be able to take this problem now and rewrite that as x minus 3 without the absolute value. Less than 2 and greater than what? Negative 2. And now we solve it. How do we solve this? We can add 3 to all three sides. That'll be x greater than what? 1 less than 5. And that's my answer. From 1 to 5. If I have a problem that looks like this, 2x minus 1, absolute value of that is greater than 5. Is that 1 or 2? 2, so I got to write that 2x minus 1 is less than what? Negative 5, or 2x minus 1 without the absolute value is greater than 5. I got to break it down as two problems. So that's another example here. So let's look at this. Move the minus 1 there. 2x is less than what? Negative 5 plus 1, which is negative 4. What do we do now to solve for x? Divide by 2. X is less than negative 2. Or take the minus 1 there. 2x greater than what? 5 plus 1, which is 6. Divide by 2. X is greater than 3. So when you go to graph this one again, this is the 1, this is the 5, not in the top one. That's the graph. Well, let's look at the bottom. What is the graph for the bottom? This is the negative 2, that's the 3. X is less than negative 2, open circle to the left. And the other one says what? X is greater than 3. And that's your answer. From negative infinity to negative 2, add to it from 3 to where? Infinity. Let's add a couple more problems, then we'll call it quit for the night. Let's say I have this problem, 2 times the absolute value, fraction, 2x over 3. I'll get rid of them, don't worry. Greater than or equal to 4. Let me go back to my rules here. Notice these two rules didn't have any number in front of them. See that? It says if you just have the absolute value greater than a number, then this is what you do. Well, I got a 2 here. That's not nice. Yes. Well, you can't move it. That's a multiplication.
Oh, okay.
So what we do? Divide, yeah. You divide both sides by 2. So if you divide both sides by 2, it will look what? 2x over 3 plus 1, the absolute value of that, greater than or equal to what? To 2. Does that look like this format now? Choice 1? Doesn't it? So I should be able to break it down to 2 problems. I should be able to write that as 2x over 3 plus 1 less than negative 2, the opposite to that number, or 2x over 3 plus 1 greater than what? The 2.
We bring the equal signs down, right?
Which one?
The less than or
Oh, yes.
equal sign.
Yep. I was just looking at this. I forgot we're dealing with less than or equal to. Now, I'm not a fan of fractions, so guess what? I'm going to multiply every term by 3. Don't like any fractions. What will happen to the 3's here? Gone. 2x plus, what's 1 times 3? 3, right? Less than, what's negative 2 times 3? Negative 6. Let's finish that one while we add it. Take the 3 there, becomes what? Negative? So 2x is less than what? Or negative 9. And to solve for x, we're going to divide by 2. X is less than or equal to negative 9 over 2. Cancel the 3's again. 2x plus 3 greater than or equal to what? 2 times 3? 6. Move the 3 there. 2x is greater than or equal to what? 3. X is greater than or equal to 3 over 2. Again, that's an OR. So when you graph that, this is the 9, negative 9 over 2. Include that and less than. This is the 3 over 2 here. Include that. And to the right, greater than. Where's my solution? From negative infinity to negative 9 over 2. Include, don't include. Union, add to it. Include 3 over 2 to where? Infinity. If you write these backward, by the way, on the test or the homework, on the software, if you say from infinity on the left here, comma 3 over 2 on the right, they'll mark it wrong. And it should be wrong. It's always from left to right. Again, you try to match the form, and every once in a while they try to play a trick on you by sticking something in the front, moving something around, just to make it look different. Like this example. the absolute value of y over 3 plus 12 minus the 3 less than or equal to 22. Now again, going back to rule 1 and 2 I put there, it says if you have the absolute value, nothing else, nothing before, nothing after, less than a number, then you do that. Well, I got something after here.
Divide by 3.
Well, not divide, notice that's a minus.
You can move it over to a 22?
Yep, move that minus 3 to the right side. You divide when it's multiplication, when it's subtractions you add. So you're going to add 3 to both sides, and that will turn to less than or equal to 25. Now that fits the format they gave us. Notice it fits this exact format. So I should be able to write it like this. Drop the absolute value sign and make it less than 25 and come to this end equal to, come to this end greater than or equal to what? Negative 25. I'm going to solve them as one problem. Get rid of the plus 12. How? Subtract 12 from all three sides. When you only have numbers, that's not bad. Y over 3. Let's add them. That's negative what? 37. And this will be what? 13. How do we turn that to a y? It's y over 3.
Multiply all by 3?
Multiply every one of them by 3. It's late, I don't know what that number is. 3 times 7 is 21.
111.
111.
111 and 39.
39. And notice that's a less than. Y is less than, greater than or equal to negative 111 and less than that. That's an and operation. That means your answer is going to be in between these two numbers. That's the solution. Make sense, everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to do more examples, or you got it?
All set.
You all set? Anyone else? Before I kill the camera.
So that would be brackets.
Correct. That would be a bracket. Negative 111, comma, 39, bracket.